Hello, it's me, Mario. Are you ready for an adventure?
I want to make an interview and ask some questions.
Sure, I love to do interviews. Ask me one.
Okay, the first question, how long can you jump?
Hey, that's an easy question for me. I can jump 16 feet. That's 5 meters. I'm known for my long jumps. That helps me reach high places and even set some level.
That's pretty high. The best Mario game ever.
Super Mario 64. I love exploring in it due to the huge worlds and tons of secrets too. It was the fastest Mario game and one of the fastest game on the Nintendo 64 console. It's one of my favorites.
What do you think about Super Mario Bros. Speedruns? They have a pretty tough battle as I can remember.
Super Mario Bros. Speedruns are some of the most impressive I've seen. Players have to do so many difficult moves to get a low time, and even use glitches to their advantage. Some speedrunners have mastered this game, which makes it look easy at times. But in reality, the timing and strategy behind a lot of speedruns is amazing, and I will always admire them.
Favorite speedrunners?
My favorite is Rico. He's a master at speedrunning and has many world records in different games. He also has an amazing personality, which makes watching his streams and the videos fun for everyone. He's the one who inspired me to try speedrunning myself and taught me a lot of tips and tricks too. He's an amazing person and speedrunner.
The worst game by your opinion?
The worst game is Super 64. The graphics, music, and gameplay are all terrible. It's not fun and has many glitches. The flying controls are also really bad, which makes it difficult to navigate the levels. Overall, the game is unplayable and should be avoided at all costs.
What was the hardest challenge you faced?
The hardest challenge I faced was in Super Mario Sunshine, where I had to find all 100 blue coins in the game. It took me many hours, and I eventually had to use a code to find the last ones. That was challenging, but the feeling of finding them all and completing the game was worth it. It was a great adventure, and I'm glad I was able to overcome this challenge.
The best moment in your life?
The best moment in my life was finally rescuing Princess Peach and defeating Bowser. I was so excited to finally get to the end of an amazing game, and I felt so accomplished when I finally saved the princess. It was a feeling I had never felt before, and it will always be the greatest moment of my life.
What do you think about other Nintendo franchises, a Splatoon, for example?
I love other Nintendo franchises too. I'm a big fan of Splatoon. It has an amazing art style, and I love the creative weapons and gameplay mechanics. I'm also a fan of The Legend of Zelda, which has some of the best video games ever made. The stories are always so epic, and the gameplay is extremely fun. Nintendo has some of the best franchises in naming, and they are always so creative with their games and characters. I never get tired of playing them, and I'll always look forward to seeing what Nintendo come up with next.
Best musicians ever?
The best musicians ever is Koji Kondo. He has composed most of the music for Nintendo game, and his music is always beautiful and memorable. He has created such iconic games, and his music is always enjoyable to listen to. I love games with good music, and Koji Kondo is one of the best at making it. His music will always hold a special place in my heart, as it has created some of my favorite gaming memories, and I enjoy listening to his work every day.
Speaking of music, do you know why Nintendo strikes every video with their music included?
Yes, I know Nintendo is very protective of its intellectual property and does not want their music to be used without the permission. This is why they often file copyrighted claim on YouTube videos or other websites that include the Nintendo music. Their music is very valuable, and they want to protect it from being stolen and used without the permission. I understand their reasoning and respect their decision to protect the music, but it can be frustrating for fans who want to use it in their videos or projects.
What do you think about Luigi?
Luigi is my favorite brother. He may be cold, but he's also kind and loyal. He always helps Mario in his time of need, and is willing to do anything for him. He may make mistakes sometimes, but his heart is in the right place, and he would never let Mario or anyone else down. Luigi is a true hero, and I'm lucky to have such an understanding and a supportive brother.
There is a theory that every Super Mario 64 copy is personalized. Your thoughts about this?
This is a very interesting theory. Super Mario 64 is a classic that many people have grown up with, and each person's experience with it may be unique. As a game that invites exploration and discovery, it may be possible that every game of Super Mario 64 would be slightly different. This idea is about exciting and mysterious, and I would love to learn more about this theory. It's never bad to learn about new theories or viewpoints, and this definitely seems like a fascinating one. I'm excited to learn more about this topic and to try and find out what's true about this theory.
Have you seen the fake anti-piracy screens on YouTube, or what do you think about them?
I think they're very funny. I've seen some that are really well made, and they can be quite creepy too. I love the creativity some people have put into making these fake screens, and it always makes me laugh. Hearing others say we're a creepy thing. It's a great way to creep out at some people, and it can be a lot of fun to see what people can make up that sounds realistic while being fake. I definitely recommend checking them out.
Your favorite game company except Nintendo?
My favorite game company, besides Nintendo, is Naughty Dog. They've created some of my favorite games, such as the Uncharted series, The Last of Us, and Crash Bandicoot. Their games have always had amazing stories and characters, and they are great at pushing the limits of gaming with their innovative game and play mechanics, graphics. Their games are always exciting and fun to play, and I've always loved how they create and make experiences that keep bringing me back to their games over and over again. Whether you prefer action, adventure, survival, horror, or platforming, Naughty Dog has a great game for you.
And finally, the last question on what inspires you to get through every problem.
The person who inspires me and helps me get through every problem is Princess Peach. She is the most kind and loving person in the Mushroom Kingdom, and she always shows me love and support whenever I need it. She's always there for me when I need help, and I know I can count on her no matter what. She makes me feel like I can do anything, and her kindness and an understanding of even the simplest problems always lift my spirits. Peach is an amazing person, and she is the reason I can get through any situation, no matter how difficult it may be.
Well, I guess it's everything I wanted to ask. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you so much for the interview. It was a lot of fun, and I'm glad I could share a bit about me and my adventures. Always remember, it's me, Mario!